Hello my fellow riders, today we are going to be riding the Bullit Heritage 50cc in grey. A little bit of housekeeping. So I started a competition last week and that was who got the weirdest present for Christmas. I got a welder. Sadly, there was only one person who actually entered the competition, and his name was Brian from Brisbane, and he got a sculpture of a Spitfire, which you can see up in the description now. But yeah, so I guess without prizes there isn't a lot of point in doing this sort of thing. But thank you very much, Brian, for entering the competition, and here's your shout out. Yeah, Brian! But anyway, so this is the Bullit Heritage 50cc, and it is a 50cc geared monkey bike, and it is I think it's probably based on the Honda monkey bike. This one is a Euro 4 bike. It is fuel injected. Now, they are a little bit slow when they are restricted, so I would definitely recommend a unrestricted version. And the way that we de-restrict these ones is we actually change the whole carburation system. We remove the ECU, EFI and all that sort of stuff, and we make it just a carbureted bike. Now these are great for if you're going into, you want it in your camper van. As you can see, it's not the fastest thing in the world. When they are de-restricted, they're good for about 40 plus. I think I might have to do tap-ins on this because this is really slow. Yeah, so when I get back I will be doing the tappets. Loosening off the tappets will make it so that fuel mixture can get out a little bit easier, and then this will be good for 30 miles an hour. It is quite comfortable. When you go for the 125 versions, they want to do wheelies quite a lot. Especially when you go from first to second gear, they just want to get up and pop the squat, shall we say, which is fun for a little bit. These ones are a little bit better than the old ones. The old monkey bikes used to have just a push down get into gear semi-auto gearbox, and they were a real pain in the ass to when you're revving and stuff, because they would want to wheelie. They sort of get so you're under a certain rev range. As soon as you get above I think it's about 1,500, they just want to get up and go, and because of the size of the wheel, size of the sprockets and size of the gearings, they do want to wheelie. So I would say these are, as I said, for a camper van they would be alright, and for a bit of a fun bike, and also for somebody who is short, because even I would imagine even somebody 5 foot should be able to ride this perfectly fine. So yeah, they are designed for smaller people in mind. So if I go up to 4th gear now, it's not going to have much go. But as I said, it will be a lot better once I've done the tappets on it, and that just makes it so that the fuel air mixture can get in and the exhaust gases can get out. At the minute I would imagine the exhaust is a bit tight on this, and that's why it's going slow. So we're going in. It also brand new, so that might not help it a lot. It is in fourth, is it? Yeah, it is actually accelerating, so it is getting faster. But Bullit's quite a good make for motorbikes, and especially the retro ones. So they've got the Bullit Heritage, which is a double overhead cam motorbike. They are a little bit more powerful than, say, the Yamazaki old Honda single overhead cam engines. They produce, I think it's something in the region of 4.5 horsepower to 6 horsepower once it's de-restricted. So the Yamazaki, you're looking at about 2.5 before it's restricted. When it's restricted, and then it goes up to about 4 when it's de-restricted. But the restriction on the Yamazaki is different to the restriction on the Heritage. Hero, sorry. The good thing with these little monkey bikes as well is, if you want to, you can actually get it in the boot of your car. It's not a folder one. You can get other bikes fold up and just go straight into like a carry bag that you stick in the back of the car. People who deliver cars like those sort of things, just because you go deliver the car, you get your bike out in the back, and then you can ride back to wherever you're going. As you can see, this bike is starting to loosen up a little bit. As a bike gets older, got 1,000+ miles on it, they do tend to run quite a lot better than when they're brand new. Just because everything in the engine is really tight, and after a while it runs in and removes the tight spots, and it just makes everything can move better and more free. Like Dobby, he's free. So yeah, now it's completely warmed up. We're getting up to the 31 miles an hour mark. That's the taxi driver. He jumped the lights. Taxi drivers like jumping the lights around here. So this has a disc on the front and a drum on the back. The mirrors, you can just about see out of them, but for me, I'm quite broad. This is a tiny bike, and I can't see out of them properly. You can get extenders and stuff like that, or you can even get the bar end mirrors if you really wanted to. If you're looking to put this on the back of a caravan as a 50 and taking 2 people, it's not really suitable for that. You want to be getting the 125 for 2s up, because it just won't have the go to do it. And that's not a problem with a bike, that's just because it is a 50cc, and 50cc 4-strokes don't have a lot of power in the first place. Legally, for a 16-year-old, they're supposed to be restricted to between 28 and 30 miles an hour. Lots of people have them de-restricted just because on hills, quite a lot of these have the restriction on the rev limiter, not necessarily on the power. And when you do that, all the power of these are in the top rev ranges, and they just restrict them out. So you end up losing quite a lot of power on hills, just not for any issue, it's just that that's how they've got to restrict these bikes. I don't agree with the policy, I don't agree with the speed, but there's not really that much I can do about it. I tried doing a petition, but again, I don't think my channel's quite big enough yet to be doing that sort of thing. I just don't have the following needed to get 100,000 signatures. So we're actually cruising along at 30 miles an hour on the straight. Now that, fuck's sake. Some people ride like bloody idiots. 31 miles an hour, a little bit of an decline. But yeah. This is the other problem. This is why 30 miles an hour on a 50cc is a bit of a pain in the bum, because people like that chap in front of me who passed me really closely, there's no way that I can get out of his way. And if people like that want to just jump out in front of you, there's not really a lot you can do about it. At least on the 125 you've got enough speed to be able to keep up with the traffic. If these bikes weren't restricted and they did their 45 miles an hour, then they'd be alright. They'd be able to keep up with the traffic, especially in Milton Keynes, because most Milton Keynes roads are 50cc. See, that's how you overtake. Give them a lot of room. If Sam, you weren't too bad. It's just the people who are in a rush all the bloody time. She's loosening up lovely, this one. Maybe I don't have to do a tad bit. I will check them anyway. The restrictor coming in now. You can feel it when you hit that restrictor, you can feel it holding you back. So anyway, thank you for watching my video. Thank you, Brian, for entering my competition and winning. And thank you for all you guys for commenting and subscribing to my videos. But anyway, subscribe to my videos, hit that thumbs up, thumbs down, comment below, and hit that notification bell to stay updated to all my latest contents. But as always, ride safe.